finished. All right, let's have a look. I've restarted my whole system. It's definitely not a sound problem, my end. Oh, I think it's me. Audio issues for me. I can't hear you, Alex. Sounds like a chipmunk. Where's Alvin? Oh, Alvin's left the building. I'm gonna have to repeat all the new segment again, aren't I? That I'm not using that camera again. I'm not gonna use it again. Can you switch mics? What about now? What about now? Hey, there you go. Much better. Much better. Now you're okay. So yeah, start again. Start again. I can't start again. It's supposed to be a short show. Oh my days. I have to start again, don't I? That would teach me a lesson. Don't use that camera again. The chipmunk camera. Right. In the shortest form possible. Oh, dearie me. Here we go. So what I was saying was, I've said on many occasions, let's try and, draw a line, put a full stop, no addendums, nothing like that. Let's draw a line under the Lucas Torreira situation. And I think we might have just done it. Why is that? Well, Lucas Torreira explains why he needed to leave Arsenal. He admits that the main aspect was he needed regular first team football, knowing that the Qatar World Cup was a key reason. And that's why he joined Galatasaray from the Premier League leaders, Arsenal. Speaking to ESPN Sports, it's in the game. Now, while Mikel Arteta are making it clear that Torreira was no longer part of his plans at the Emirates Stadium, with Fiorentina opting against triggering the option to buy clause in their former loanee's contract. The 26-year-old, he's been 26 for the last 2 years, could not really afford to make a mistake with the place in Uruguayan's squad for the World Cup plans on the line. Now, given that he has now started 11 of Galatasaray's last 12 Super League games, Torreira could be forgiven for patting himself on the back while toasting a decision well made. Now, his place was confirmed actually over the weekend, and his other compatriots are who are they? I've forgotten who they are now. I forgot who they are. Who are they? Nuno, Darwin Nunez. Nunez has also gone to the World Cup as well. But yeah, he said that I had to have continuity for the World Cup. So that's why I decided to go to Turkey and Galatasaray, he explains. Their project ended up convincing me, and it's very important for a player like me to continue having continuity as I had last season. Now I'm thinking that's fine, but he didn't mention the part where he had struggled with the life in London. And also remember as well, or maybe you don't know, his mother passed away during the pandemic. But I guess maybe he didn't want to mention that because it's well documented. But the thing is, I think like now we can actually draw the line under Lucas Torreira and allow him to get on with his life. Lucas Torreira, I salute you. Enjoy your career and have a good World Cup. Am I going to be watching the World Cup? I'll answer that question at the end. At the end. Right. Goodness. I'm doing this all over again. We spoke about this gentleman over here. He says that he's decided that he would like to come to Arsenal, basically. But Arsenal will have to still stump up £88 million. Where's that money come from? Arsenal and Newcastle United may have to pay £87.7 million if they have any hopes of signing Mykhaylo Mudryk, according to the Athletic, with Shakhtar Donetsk, believing that he has so much quality, as much quality as a Jack Grealish or Anthony. Now, Mudryk is one of the most exciting talents in Europe right now and has scored a whopping 8 goals and contributed to 8 assists in all competitions. Now, this one got me thinking, well, what were you thinking, Ax? Well, I'll tell you what I was thinking. I was thinking I might do a segment where we feature maybe at least 10 players that Arsenal were linked with. 10 players over the last 2-3 seasons. Because I'm thinking, is he going to be another player that we were strongly linked with and it never materializes? I think he's going to be one of those. £88 million. Where's that money coming from? Not from my pocket. But for now, he remains to be, I guess, maybe still a hot property. But £88 million, not for me. Not for me. I'm sorry. All right. And again, at top of the show, I was saying we've got some breaking news. It's not breaking news now, is it? Cristiano Ronaldo. My goodness. Ronaldo removed. Removed, I say. And the funny thing is, there is like a kick to this. So the main part of the news segment I wanted to talk about was Ray Parlour. Now, he was asked if he would want Cristiano Ronaldo at Arsenal. He said, nah. Straight no. I wouldn't take Ronaldo as much as I love him and he's a great player. You wouldn't have him, he told that radio station. Look, he'd be sulking if he was on the bench. He ain't going to get in front of Jesus at the moment, is he? I know he's not scoring goals, but he's doing so much more for the team. It would be baffling if Arsenal signed Ronaldo. Mikel Arteta has put such a good atmosphere. The report here says brilliant team. I'll say a good team because the team's still not winning the major silverware. And it is reaping huge rewards with the Gunners leading the way in the Premier League. Now, the footnote is, if you look at this image here, huge Cristiano Ronaldo mural removed from Old Trafford following explosive interview, slamming the club and boss Erik ten Hag. I'm thinking, do you know what? This could probably be the end of player power as we know it. Gone, I say, gone. Never to be returned. And for the second time, these are those have been the news segments currently running on this bump day for you, Wednesday for me. Do you hear me? Did you hear me this time? Do I have to repeat myself? I hope not. No more two cameras. That's not going to happen again. Right. I also said, for those who probably didn't know or didn't hear, that we had gone live on our Twitter feed. There's not been any comments there. But I did ask the question, but it wasn't done in an obvious way about Ronaldo. Like, oh, would you sign or do you want Cristiano Ronaldo at Arsenal? Well, that's just so easy, isn't it? But the way I framed it was, does Cristiano Ronaldo solve any Arsenal problems? Does Arsenal have any problems? I don't think so. So does he solve any of Arsenal's problems? I'll tell you what. In 20 minutes, we had 41 votes. 22% of the votes have gone for, yes, he does solve problems. What problems does Arsenal have that Ronaldo can solve? And 78% of you who got sense says no. No, he doesn't solve any problems. No, we don't need him. We don't need him. Right, so for the second time, I believe I can go into the live chat now. Go into the live chat. Let's have a look here. Hello, Alex, Ashi, Ray, and chat room. Chipmunk. No idea what you're saying. Google Translator does not have that language. Try harder. It's a chipmunk. Look, let me leapfrog over those comments there. And Ray comes to sense and says, much better. Thank you. Better thanks. This is the only time Alex sounded cute. Yeah. The thing is, Ray, back in the day, that's what I used to do. I used to repeat it. People said, oh, I'm a bit late, Alex. Can you repeat? What's happened about? I was thinking, I've got to repeat the whole show again. So I'm accustomed to repeating. I work in a school, so with children, I have to repeat myself. I don't like repeating myself. But if it's on Cannon 4 TV, I don't mind repeating myself. Just for you, Ray. Just for you, DWTT. Not for Ashley D. Anyway, is this one to your vote competition, the funniest stream present? Could be. Torreira was tenacious, but just didn't dominate his role. It was physically, technically, decision making or positional movement. And let's move on. Yeah. Move on. We'll move on now. Mudryk in January as a loan with obligation to buy. Else wait until summer. We need a striker, midfielder, a support in January. I tell you what, Edu and Arteta would have had to go hammer and tong and go to silent stand, ask for some serious dosh, because it's going to take a lot of money to. Do you know what a barnacle is? A barnacle is like a crustacean on the bottom of a boat. They're difficult to move. So for Mudryk and Milovic Savic, and maybe Ivan Toney, I don't know, it's going to take a lot of money to budge them from their clubs. A lot of money. Like barnacles. Pow! Mudryk done. Pow! Ivan Toney off. Savic will leave Savic. That's a tough barnacle. Yeah, it'd be tough. But it's going to take a lot of money to get those players to wake up and say, oh, actually, come to Arsenal. We don't want players just to, they say, oh, Arsenal got opportunity to get in the Champions League. We want players to come and play for Arsenal because they want to play for Arsenal, not because we're in cup competitions. Get players who fight tooth and nail, who want to play for the Arsenal, not because there's a sniff of an opportunity to play in the Champions League. Those kind of players, I don't want those kind of players. Sorry. No. £88 million is too much for the risk factor involved. He is still largely unproven in the top league. You pays your money, you takes your pick. You takes your pick, you pays your money. Unproven, yes. £88 million, not for me. Not for me. Ronaldo should put a big bid in to buy United. That would be Ray, you're mischievous. You're so mischievous. Ronaldo wanted gone. Yeah, planned his interview for a good payday, and knowing he would be sacked. The thing is, I mean, is he not a billionaire? Well, he's a millionaire. But when is enough enough? Has he done it for the money? I don't know, man. I think he's done it more for his ego than for the money. But not wanted by you imagine, it was like the prodigal son, isn't it? Because as I understand it, Fergie had to speak to Man United and had to speak to him to get him back to play for Man United. Big mistake. Big mistake. The ego's just too big. Oh, welcome to all Gooners to Chipmunk Cannon for TV. Hit that like button and remember to subscribe. Ronaldo is more clinical than anyone Arsenal have on the bench, but everything else he proves gets a very strong no. That's a good one. Gary, that's a good one. How much nice why it's worth. Yeah. It's just like I said, he needs to go to a club where he can feel like he's a big fish in a small pond. Because at United, he's like a teeny weeny incy fish in a massive ocean. And I don't want him at Arsenal. I don't want him at all at Arsenal. And that's the truth, Ruth. And you know what? On this show where I felt like a chipmunk. These things happen, don't they? The good thing is I've got a sense of humor. Do I have a sense of humor? Anyway, evening. Arsenal should get Ronaldo for 6 months. A great. What? No, Tiganosaurus. No. What Arsenal fan is buying a shirt with CR7 on it? Real fan. No, not for me. Not for me. No. Anyhow, people, that is that. The next time you will see me will be on the Easy Talk on Friday. I'm still trying to assemble. Waiting for one person to respond. I think they should probably just respond now, actually. Because I can't get Gary, because Gary literally is just like, I don't know, man. Gary's all over the place, man. All over the place. Anyhow. What's this one? Balogun doing great in France. He would be really handy right now. The thing is, if you've invested time in a particular player and you've given the player confidence and belief, and then you've given the player a 5-year deal or a contract extension, and top of that, you've given the player a said number on the back of the shirt that some people just can't get over. And then you renege on that and you go and get another striker. How is that player going to feel? Maybe some of you probably don't care about Eddie Nketiah. Oops, Eddie Nketiah. If it was me, I would be peeved. I'd be thinking, so we had the discussion during the summer. You convinced me to stay. You offered me a 5-year deal. You offered me £100,000 a week. And now you want to bring in another striker. What about me? I don't know. Balogun? Well, Balogun and Nketiah, they have the same agent, don't they? They both have the same agents. But I can't see Arteta recalling Balogun. And you're right, he's doing well out in France. And I wouldn't recall him. Keep him out there, season-long loan. End the season, bring him back and see where we are. But Eddie Nketiah, I would be peeved if I'm looking at my manager and some whispers, "Hey, Eddie, what? Have you heard about what?" Well, apparently Arteta, Art is looking at the market for another striker. Really? Yeah. I wouldn't be happy. I would not be happy. Let Balogun get better. Yeah, similar results, hopefully. I wouldn't recall Balogun. Wait. Eddie didn't want to leave as he wanted more money. He's to blame. Gary, you say that, but young players, like I just read the report about Lucas Torreira, young players, they want to play. There's not like certain players who are probably over the hill and far away, and they're thinking, let me see if I can get one final payday. Let me get onto the phone to my agent, and he can contact Arsenal. Those days are gone, man. Not at Arsenal. But players want to play. They want to play. Look at Ronaldo. Anyhow. You know what? I have finished on this one. Like I said, the next time you see me will be on the East Talk on Friday. And the Friday, and then the weekend, I don't do anything on the weekend. And as the weekend stands, actually, tomorrow, I believe there will still be a Thursday night show with Ange, the first lady of Canafoy TV, and Richard. I think I need to confirm that. Then on Friday will be the East Talk, and then on Saturday, Sunday, I'm not sure. Sunday, I think will be the big Sunday show with In the North Bank, aka Paul. No, sorry, Paul, aka In the North Bank. You've got to subscribe. You have to subscribe. Please subscribe. Anyhow, that's it for me for this week at least. Enjoy the remnants of your evening, your morning, or your night, wherever you are on this world of ours. And this has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.